Police have been searching Central Park looking for the backpack the killer wore during the shooting. And last night, they believe they found it. And now they've cracked it open. Inside, Monopoly money.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
A lot of people are upset with the United Healthcare and the CEO. And a lot of people don't care, including myself, that he was shot. Why should we care? They don't care about us. They deny our claims. They don't care about the things we go through. As the great unwashed, they see us as just expendable, and just another one of us will be born as fast as another one of us die. I think it's just utterly ridiculous that the rich people expect for us to have some empathy or sympathy or both for this man that clearly affected the lives of the average everyday person, like the average everyday. Because in order to live in this country, you have to have health insurance. And there's a lot of people that his denials, his refusal, or just making excuses and not treating them has affected. And that also includes myself. People in my family, someone right next to me has been affected by the things that this company does. And that inadvertently, or should I say by proxy, affects me. So I understand if this man did, unalive the CEO, it probably was because someone that he cared about dearly could have been saved and was denied care because of someone trying to save their company money and only worried about lining their own pockets. I don't think that, when somebody feels bad for you, that's because maybe you were a great person, you were loved, or it just shouldn't have happened to you. But when something happens to you and you're someone that just does everyone wrong, why on earth do you think that we would have the utmost, just be flooded with emotion? We are flooded with emotion, but not the emotion that they think that we should be having. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, because I could go on and on, but I don't want to sound like a bitter person.
Dude, I'm seeing so many people criticize the reactions of excitement about the United Healthcare CEO getting shot. They're like, this is not okay. This is an innocent man who was killed. You cannot celebrate the killing of an innocent man. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, the fuck it isn't. This is a dude whose job it is to commit murder behind a corporate veil. They are wolves who want to kill you for money. These are people whose job it is to take money from you and then make you think that you're going to be covered when an emergency happens. And then when your 4-year-old daughter has leukemia, they go like, oh, dude, stall. She'll die. Just wait it out. She'll die. And if she doesn't die, buy us time to find out why we can, deny this claim. It doesn't matter. Fuck them. And I'm seeing so many people say vigilante justice is never okay. It's never okay to do that. It ain't okay for the first option, but nothing else is happening. You'd like to think that there's laws in place that prevent people from committing the corporate murder. Everyone's like, oh, it should go to the courts then. If it's a crime, it should go to the courts. You'd love to see that, but it ain't happening. It doesn't happen. These people get away with it and they get paid millions for it because the people who are in charge of that you'd hope would create laws that would protect you, they're getting checks under the table. They don't give a fuck. They're like, the people who could stop this are like, yeah, we looked at the laws, and actually the fine print actually kind of says that this is, we actually haven't found any crimes here, so we're going to let this continue on without punishment. I did surprisingly get my 3rd yacht overnight, so I will be taking that to the south of France if you need to reach me. When you have money, you manipulate the game. And when you don't have money, you get manipulated. And you don't get to be upset when you push people to the point of having nothing, and then they act as if they have nothing. I seen one lady on here that was like, dude, she was like a rich middle-aged white woman with emerald earrings the size of fucking rocks hanging from her ears, and her hands were in frame, and the ring on her, dude, it was a fucking house on her finger, and a red turtleneck. And she was like, when did we stop being human? This is not okay. This is an innocent man, Brian Simpson, who lost his life. Lady! This one doesn't involve you, Barbara. I don't think this one's for you, my love. Off with you. Dude, I was raised normally, I got some screws loose too, but I was raised by a normal mom and dad, probably like a lot of us here. Like my dad, traditional dude, he was like, hey man, you want to go out and make money? You go fucking get it. But you have respect. You don't steal. You don't fuck people over, right? You're a grown ass man. You got 2 arms, 2 legs. You go make your own if you want to make a gazillion bucks, Go get it, kid. But you don't fuck people over. You have some fucking honor in this world, right? You fucking do it the right way. This is not a man who got killed innocently. This is not a regular dude who got killed innocently. This is the guy who commits murder behind the corporate veil. And if you ask me, I mean, I would honestly go as far as to say this is pretty tame. Because let's entertain the hypothetical here that this is a very real chance that this was like a victim of this guy's healthcare bullshit, insurance shit, and he had a daughter with leukemia who they denied his claim and the daughter died. Like, dude, I said about my dad, like my dad is like like the ultimate, like, don't fuck with my family type guy, or we're both going down together type. Like, he's old school, blue collar, Alberta dude. Like, fuck, we're Canadian, so we have fucking healthcare, thank God. But dude, if you took away one of his kids because he was paying you for healthcare, and then you were like, what's your son's name? Connor? Oh, we only cover children with 7-letter names, not 6. Dude, let's just say he's not showing up with with subsonic rounds and a mask on, dude. He's showing up with a bazooka with a switch on it. Charleston White style. Hell yeah, I got switches. And dude, I know I'm talking extremes. Like, I'm talking, like, I get as a blanket statement, it's not okay to fucking kill people, and you can't just go killing people. Obviously, I know that, because then the floodgates open, it's too much. I get it, right? But I'm not going to talk, I'm not going to judge what this guy was going through as if I would be on some moral high ground if I was in the same place. And everyone's like, no, it doesn't matter. You have to let it go through the courts. I pray your composure doesn't get tested like that then. And if you're some person who still doesn't understand why the masses would be rejoicing in this act, then I'm actually jealous of you, because that means you're probably some rich, detached person who doesn't know what it's like. And in which case, off with yous. Love you. See you later.
You know why I don't care that the CEO of United Healthcare was also a husband and father? My mom died from complications due to diabetes. Diabetes requires a lot of supply, not just things like pumps, insulin, needles, test strips. It's things like batteries, alcohol wipes, band-aids, tape, gauze. 6 months before my mom died, her health insurance let her know that all of the things that she had been prescribed and insured for the last 10, 15 years of her life were no longer going to be covered. The insulin her life depended on, the pumps her life depended on, and the batteries that go in those pumps. The morning after my mom died, and I'm talking not even 24 hours after, 7 a.m. the morning after my mom died, a box full of all of my mom's supplies for the next 4-6 months showed up on my front step. And inside the box, with all of her supplies, there was a letter that said, due to the change in your current situation, we have now fully insured and covered your supplies. The current change in situation was listed as death. Patient expiration. So yeah, it makes sense that all of the health insurance companies in the United States have now taken their CEOs off their websites, because it's not a matter of if this happens next, it's when.